Bop! Howdy, hey, this is Frakbox, and I'm here with TruBluBlur.
Long time no see.
And with Omegle. Wow, he
Hey.
is...
Okay.
So something we were talking about during the break was just like, even though I've never reached this point in the game,
Why?
I'm still somehow calling a lot of the shots correctly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
just
and
like,
what TruBluBlur was saying something about, like, I mean, like, you know...
Ow.
So long as you understand the mechanics of the game, the
Yeah,
story doesn't necessarally make sense. It doesn't have to make
There's
sense.
not really anything to understand as far as game mechanics go. Yeah, it's two separate things.
I think like what Dog VA doesn't really pay attention. You know, that YouTuber doesn't really pay attention to the story in games. He just kind of plays it. So he's very much the same way, where he plays games to play games.
Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily care about the story. He played through Mass Effect. He played through like the entirety of Mass Effect and like just didn't care about the story.
yeah.
That's too funny.
But just like, I am such a gamer that I get one hint. Because I actually did look up how to get Xant's first stage. They're just like, oh, big brain now. We can say that, right?
Yeah.
What?
Why wouldn't we be able to?
I don't know, but I think it came from a specific YouTuber.
Oh.
Who?
I don't even know. I just
Probably
know
no. It probably came from Markiplier,
I don't know.
because that's the only one that
You're
I
gonna have
think
to
of.
skirt around him.
Yeah, I wasn't properly targeted on him, so it wouldn't let me.
Because Markiplier hasn't been canceled yet, so.
He's doing pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
He just started doing work with Corridor, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
He doesn't really seem like the kind that's going to be canceled. So, but yeah, that it's big brain time or whatever. Like I think that's Markiplier. I think that came from Markiplier.
Eh.
At least he's the one that made it popular through the meme. So. Oh look.
So, I'm reminded of I think it's a archetype called the Weakling King or something like that.
Yeah.
And Xant would actually fall into that because he revels in his power, but the moment the power is taken away, he's reduced to a child's arguments.
Yeah.
That's not fair. No fair. You can't do that. No.
Yeah, definitely.
So he would be considered a weakling king.
Your eyes sucked. That's why nobody wanted you to be king. And you were ugly too.
You ate birdseed.
Midna. Oh, that's all I can really.
Didn't know you were going to start reading at that point. We haven't been all episode or all of last episode. I was just like, all right, I guess we're not doing that.
Midna. He already has descended and been reborn into this world. As long as my master Ganon survives, he will resurrect me without cease. That's a weird way to say that.
Oh.
Oh. He needs a doctor.
I think that maybe that might not help.
He needs
You're
some
going
milk.
to the Shadow Realm, Jumbo. It's just down the road by the Chick-fil-A.
Did that only using a fraction of my power?
She did not realize how strong she was.
That's some strong hair.
So she wasn't planning on killing him?
I don't think she intended to necessarily.
Or
It
at
was
least
kind of
not
just
to
a-
that degree.
It was kind of just a lashing out in anger and frustration. I don't necessarily think she knew that it was going to do anything.
She just committed for fratricide.
I don't think they're related.
Well, they're royalty, yeah?
Regicide.
I think it was just regicide.
Well, yeah.
I
don't think
he
they're
was
related.
the functioning king.
The de facto king. Oh, okay. Well, just, I guess, goodbye then, Midna. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, we're going with you.
Yeah.
She's just not paying attention at all.
She's gonna help us go save Zelda.
Oh, look, a piece of heart.
Oh, indeed. No, it's a whole heart.
He pooped out his heart.
Oh, was that his heart? She just ripped the heart out of him. Like, full on, like, Aztec temple style.
Something like that.
They used to go like under the ribs. But not that I would know. I wasn't there. You can't.
I mean,
you can't prove it.
Sigh.
how else would you do it? Like, if you break the ribs, you're gonna damage the heart.
Well, I mean, if you're doing that many in a day, you know, it's probably easier to like go under, and like it's the path of least resistance. Because like, you got to think about those poor temple priests, right? Ripping out all those hearts, like their arms will get tired.
Oh my gosh.
Like if they're having to break through the sternum. And
I thought you
and
were
the ribs.
gonna go a different route with that.
You got to think of the poor temple priests like ripping out all those people's hearts. You know, their
Man.
arms will get tired.
Oh boy.
It's a hostile workplace, okay? It's look at like carpal tunnel or something.
Or something.
Or something.
In a transition to something more wholesome.
There aren't a whole lot of things you could transition to that wouldn't be.
So, basically, while we were setting up for today, we had a conversation about trying to fix a word that was problematic, and it reminded me of something else. Not going to say what the word is. We don't need to talk about it. But it reminds me of a concept that I learned in college, and that's language is a democracy. If the majority of people that speak the language decide something means something, then that word means it.
Yeah, like the word irregardless,
Yeah.
which isn't.
Yeah.
It's just regardless.
Yeah.
Or it's kind of like flammable and inflammable.
Yeah.
Literally mean the same thing. It's.
But like, there's actually a thing that's been pretty favored by the historians. One of my roommates has been dealing with, and it's what? Dang it! I had it and I lost it, but it was just like it was like doubling up the word clear, like. Oh, this is unambiguously clear.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
see.
And
Okay,
it's just
yeah.
like, you just say clear.
Well, you know, some people like to make like they like to add emphasis to the sentence. You know, it's sentence enhancers. Oh, is this
This is her fused shadows.
is she doing this on purpose?
She doesn't seem to have control over them.
Oh,
Not yet.
but yeah. So like a lot of people, or like I myself did XYZ, right? Like you don't necessarily need to say that, right? You can just say I did XYZ. But you're trying to make the point that like I myself did this. You're adding
Yeah.
emphasis.
Mm-hmm.
She turned into a tentacle monster.
But yeah.
Yes.
Speaking
all-
of Stranger Things.
Anybody that's watched anime knows where this is going. But
I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. Oh no! Okay. Oh no. So she. Okay. So she's breaking the seal on Hyrule
Yes,
Temple.
yes, she is.
You can't destroy the Bass Pro Shop. That is illegal.
That's okay.
she's just
I'm about to call the cops.
She's just
she
making
didn't-
sure that people can buy stuff.
She didn't.
It's been locked
she didn't
for a while.
destroy the Bass Pro Shop. All she did was break down the barrier that the elitists have built around it to allow the common folk inside.
The globalists. Globalists don't want you to go in the Bass Pro Shop.
But yeah.
I almost did that too well. That kind of scared me for a little bit.
But going back to what I was saying, like a person can decide that they don't want to use a word in a way, but that doesn't change that the word means a thing.
Yeah, because
Right, yeah.
like the point of language is to get across an idea,
Yeah,
and if you understood the idea, the language did its job.
yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
the word that they used did its job. And so I also like, I don't necessarily like when somebody like corrects somebody's language on something, because like language is ever evolving, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you understood what they said.
yeah.
You understood what they meant enough to correct them.
Right, yeah.
Like, so it's if
It's just
if you understood what they said, it doesn't really matter. So long as it's not like it doesn't change the meaning of the phrase, it doesn't really matter, you know.
Indeed.
But
though there are instances where you should correct, as in they're using the absolutely wrong word for something.
yeah, like if it's it's also interesting that a lot of people mispronounce words because they haven't heard them spoken ever. They've just read them, and I think
Yeah.
that's an interesting phenomenon. Because you hear it a lot on YouTube when somebody like writes a script out. You can tell that they're reading off a script and they've never heard the word before. They're just saying it. I fail to have an example come to mind, but because I'm a fairly I hesitate to say educated. I'm a person who keeps myself pretty informed, right? Mm-hmm. I know how to pronounce a lot of words, so when I hear those, I kind of like chuckle to myself almost. But it's like you have to keep yourself from falling into that like sort of elitism trap.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's because you realize that if they know what the word means,
What did you
so long as you understand what the word means, it did its job. Even if they pronounced it incorrectly or whatever.
What are you doing?
I was exploring to see if there's any fun stuff around, maybe a chest with there might be keys out here or something. And then I got trapped in a battle ring, so apparently there's something out here.
Yeah, your first instinct was to loot the castle.
Kinda though.
Loot the bodies.
Loot the... Oh man, you've seen The Gamers, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh man, just reminds me of The Gamers. I'm gonna go watch that again sometime. It's funny. I've mentioned this before, but I show The Gamers to women I date sometimes, just to like gauge their reaction. So you reminded me. So.
I love The Gamers.
Oh, it's so good.
Have you seen Journey Quest?
No.
Made by some of the same people. It's a bit longer form. It has a few seasons. It's very, very funny. I love it.
Yeah, you'll have to link me to it
for sure
after this, because oh man, that stuff is so good.
Yeah.
There was a rumor for a while back that the guy who played Nimble in the first Gamers died.
Oh, really?
I heard a rumor that
so
he
those are
died or
gross.
something, got cancer, but I heard that from somebody who was a serial liar. What's the word for that?
Oh, compulsive. I
Compulsive
believe.
liar. So that somebody that I don't really associate with anymore. So
Yeah.
it's only natural that. But it's hard because in
wow.
conversations you have with people, sometimes you don't remember where you heard certain pieces of information.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
it's easy to get things mixed up.
I have to remember did I hear this from this specific person? Okay, then I can't really trust it. So
Okay, I'm gonna go to. There are 3 different doors.
let's look at this double helix.
It's actually a artistic representation of a sword.
Oh.
Or, well, I guess it's not really a sword. I thought it was, but there's no handle.
Yeah.
I guess it's just art. There's one.
Okay,
on
let's keep on
each
track here.
end.
They just know we're discovering the double helix in Hyrule.
What I was actually about to say is there's 3 doors. This one has
It's
a
locked.
lock on it. So I gotta go to the sides. I'll go this way first, to the right. East, I suppose.
East? I thought you meant East.
You literally.
Did I steal the thought from you? We were on
It's just
we
like.
were on using the same brain cell.
Well, just this entire time we've each been passing the brain cell around.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
It's your turn with Mom. It's my turn with. Mom said it's my turn with the brain cell.
I'm the guest. I should be allowed to play with it longer.
Why is it always stabbing in the
Because-
most horrible spot it could
Because
possibly slash?
if you really want to kill someone, you deal the most damage possible.
Yeah, and you. Yeah, I mean, you want to kill them quick, yeah. I mean, you don't want them to suffer.
If you stab them there, they'll die from the pain.
Well, I mean, exactly. So you want to.
It's working, right?
It's working. They're dying instantly.
In pain.
It's working.
It's working. It's working.
These things actually have a lot of health.
Wow. Well, I mean, we are in the end game.
Indeed.
So
We're in the end game now.
this
right.
is the final boss. We're gonna meet Thanos pretty soon.
You're right. Yeah. Woo.
So we're not fighting Ganondorf. We're fighting Thanos in the Bass Pro Shop.
Make it up there. No, I just break stuff if I try to do that. There's a chest up
You know,
there.
I'm actually thinking of like going through the entire series again, just
Oh,
writing down every bit of lore that we came up with.
There's a lot. I remember most of it, but definitely not all of it.
If only we could start like a what's that World Anvil?
Yeah.
Try to get a sponsorship from World Anvil.
Oh man,
Keep track of all the lore.
there is so much.
A surprising amount, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We could almost
so
do like a
good.
D&D campaign of it. I know that this looks like The Legend of Zelda, but it's really not. We've changed everything. Just the words mainly. Everything else is the same.
Oh man. What do we got here?
You know, this is kind of reminding me of a
This is definitely going to be
of a
funny-
meme based
Oh.
off
Yeah.
Twitch plays Pokemon. It's just the chat wandering around.
Oh, you again.
He has a sparkly.
Didn't he die?
He seemed to, but it would appear he survived.
Oh, he flew because he flew off the bridge, yeah?
Yeah,
So I guess he's got the key.
he does.
Like how you
I went
spun all
way
the way
too
around him,
far.
came out in front.
And then he blocked.
Anyways, so the meme I was talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
It's basically the Twitch chat wandering around the elevator in the Rocket Hideout, and Giovanni is just watching the security monitors, watching Red do this, and just like, what's his game?
I don't like it.
Can you duck?
No, you can't
Oh,
duck.
the walls hurt
The
you.
walls hurt. Okay. I did it again.
Oh, that's painful.
I don't like it. Oh, he breaks my block too.
Wow. Well, he is Mr. Powerful over here.
He is the king of the moblins.
Oh. That makes sense.
I don't like it.
They have a society built off of
Strength and power.
cults of strength, basically.
Yes,
Ah.
that is actually true.
Is he finally dead this time? Or is he
No.
just gonna give us the key?
He's gonna give us the key.
Oh. You've proved your strength. Here's the key. Well, at least he's smart enough to, like, know when he's beaten, you know?
Mm-hmm. And this is, not the first time we've beaten him.
Oh.
I follow the strongest side.
So he's our vassal now.
I think he's just kind of leaving the conflict. I don't remember for sure, but I think so.
Here!
Those go together
Spoke.
funnily well.
He only speaks to those he considers worthy.
I think that might be true.
There's a chest.
Really? Absolutely everything about that was as awkward as it could possibly be. That could not have been more awkward.
Just warp.
I pressed the button the first time and he warped to the wrong direction. Then I pressed it again and he warped to the right direction. Everything about that was awful.
That was amazing.
Oh yes, please. Only one? I took so much damage.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't think you need it anyway. But
What do you lead down to? Okay, that's the thing I couldn't get up. Yeah.
Alright, so now I think we need to go to the other side of the castle. Oh,
I
look at
believe
that.
so, yeah. Please
gonna
don't
be money?
just
Probably
money.
rupees.
It is
Called
just
it.
money, yeah.
Like I
That's
said
usually the case.
Hyrule
I-
is like the most inconvenient bank.
Kinda though.
Well, the thing is,
As hearts?
Hyrule's economy is not good because it consistently has a problem where you have a whole bunch of money, but you don't have anything to spend it on.
Yeah.
Well, plus like there's no like basically centralized unit that regulates the money. The money is just it just pops out of the earth basically.
They popped out of the ground like daisies.
So there's like nothing to regulate the money. So
Yep.
over time you're gonna have inflation, just because the money keeps naturally showing up.
Okay, so want to know how the money is inflated if we took the entire Zelda timeline as just one timeline?
Oh.
Well, we'll talk
Pro-
about that in the next episode.
Okay.
So this is Frakbox.
This is TruBluBlur.
There's a Mega Wolf.
Have a great day.
Keep on running fast.
Stay safe.